The final whistle has blown, and Manchester is blue today. It's with sadness that I have to say that Manchester was supposed to be red, but however, it didn't happen. 3-1 to Manchester City. And where do we go from here? Well, for me, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to put my hand up, and it was expected, but a little bit unexpected in the first half when we took the lead in the first 8 minutes with a rocket from actually Rashford. That was the only thing that Rashford did in this match. He got subbed up, I think it was in the 76th minute or something like that. And you look at your Mancunian born and bred, you play for Reds, and then you look at the other team, another Mancunian bred called Phil Foden stepped up and scored a beauty, a 1-1, a rocket as well, and contributed with a 2-1 lead against United, and finishing up with a little bit of a toe poke from Amrabat, leading to Erling Haaland scoring 3-1. At least, as a consolation, it wasn't an annihilation what the media and the press and everyone was saying. I think in the first half, we had a clear plan, and the plan was that to stay compact. We played a kind of a 4-4-2 diamond, but how do I say? We never sort of got off to the starting block. We were kind of stuck there, like, cemented and just defending. I mean, defensively, we were solid. I must shout out Rafael Varane. He was a monster in the defense, together with Onana in the first half. Onana was sublime. He had one of his best performances in the Manchester United shirt, to be honest. But if you look at the overall ball possession, City had 74%, while we had but 26. Ridiculous. And then at the end of the day, you look at what they have on their bench and who they line up on that pitch, and you look at Manchester United, what kind of options do we have? Okay, you take up a Rashford, you take him out, you put in an Amari Forson, you put in an Anthony Dos Santos. There's just no way we can compete. This season alone is not really over as of yet, people. But we're going to be factual. We're going to be realist. We're going to call a spade. And this is the derby at the end of the day. This is just a testament how far we are behind City. How far are we behind City? We are miles away. But we can only hope for the summer with a proper rebuild, because that needs to be taking place. Manchester United cannot be blue. And we cannot let City to have another 4P, The top race is looking really, really mouth-watering and exciting, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, who's going to clinch it? Well, we can only look up and say, well, best of luck, I don't want City to win another 4P. I don't want the Scousers to win either. If I had a choice, it's to say, well, give it to Arsenal, because they haven't won it for 30 years. It is like you're standing on, being sentenced to death, and the judge is giving you the death penalty and asks you, how do you want to die? Do you want to have the electric chair? Do you want the bullet in the neck? Or do you want to have the needle? I don't know what I will pick. I will pick a fast death, the bullet in the neck, probably. The bullet in the neck. Now, there's not much to talk about regarding the first half. I thought, we're winning, rejuvenated. We were kind of defensive. We held that line, and we held the 1-0. But I kind of knew it in myself that in the second half that our legs looked tired. It's so difficult to chase the ball and defend all the time. And when you look at the quality, what you have on the pitch and what you have on the bench, then you have a kind of feeling that they're going to finally figure out the combination code for that lock. And they did. Phil Foden, I got to put my hand up. I don't like City at all. But Phil Foden is a Mancunian, and so is Marcus Rashford. There's levels. There's levels in terms of how you perform. When you call somebody, world class. A world class is for me for somebody that puts in it's 8 out of 10 performance every match. It shows consistency, scores. Phil Foden is still young. I don't know, 23, 22, something like that, but he delivers. And he's Mancunian, right? Unfortunately, he plays for the wrong team, the Blues. Now, what can we say? Welcome to the therapy session. The player ratings for me, 100%. We're going to go over that as well. Get your player ratings in right now. The link is in the Q&A section. Corrupt officials, 100%. Rushmano, but was it ever any foul? There was soft penalties. The only one, Rushmano, what I thought was the potential Edison howler on Garnacho, but the pulling of Rashford was soft, and I thought that was rightfully given to say no, that's not anything, because that was when they looked back to see if what was a foul before they scored the 1-1 goal, or was it 2-1? I can't really remember. But why would you fall down in that situation? Because that led to them, counterattacking us, and we lost that discipline, the laser sharp focus. We're going to go over the player ratings. We're going to bring in the panel, and I'm not overly upset. And Duncan Belito, you become a bloody good YouTube member, a realist member. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Thank you so much, and welcome to the therapy session. I'm waiting for my panel to come in, and some people only want to come in when we lose, but win, lose, draw, we're always here for you. And it's never easy just to press record. And when I look at my piece of paper, what I've written down, it's not really much you can go for. You can't really find many moments of passage of play. In the second half, we got hold of the ball a little bit and we stopped playing. But I think we had a 5 minutes of spell when we were passing it around and looked pretty decent. But at the end of the day, they keep piling on us. They keep pressing on us, and they found the combination to unlock our lock. So I believe there's going to be so many disappointed players. Managers going to be disappointed, and the top four looks, as I said, it's going to be a fantastic race to watch. But it ain't over as of yet, right? We were expecting us to get a result, at least 1 point. I would take that to see the game out. But if you look at, we have 11 more games to play, and this was the most difficult game to play, I would say. So we're currently 11 points behind Villa, and I believe Villa is going to drop points as well. They're going to play the big teams as well, the big boys. So 100% both Spurs and them going to drop points. But from a footballing perspective, first half, good defensive shape, good lineup for Ten Hag. I was questioning, is this your strongest team that you can put on? Second half, of course, it's so difficult to defend, just to defend. And we went Legue, and that's it. 3-1 is the scoreboard, people. And you know what? It was still a foul everywhere else on the pitch, though. We can discuss that we are blue in the face, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be realist. We're going to talk about the game itself. We're going to do the player rating. Please don't forget to smash the like, and let's bring in our panel. Should we just go?
Yeah,
this is going to be easy for me. Very quickly. Onana, for me, there is nothing he could have done on these 3 goals. I would say first half, immense, kept a clean sheet in the first half. Good distribution. I want to give the man of the match almost instantly to Onana, but I want to hear from you guys as well. I would say an 8 or 7 or...
Yeah, I gave Onana a 7 because I thought he had a real good performance. Apart from the 3 goals that we conceded, I think his saves was spectacular, to say the least, in the most part, match saving in a lot of moments. So, yeah, I'd say 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at that at all.
Yeah. I see Alien Anteno. Alien Anteno has gone 8. Lily's saying Onana 5. The agenda lives. Red J 8. You agree? 8, Jarvis? Yeah, okay, let's push an 8. And you guys gave him a 7.3, so it's not that bad at all. Victor Lindelof was exposed. I think Lindelof did A-okay. 6
I
for
gave
me.
him a 6. Yeah, I gave him a 6. I was like, couldn't be mad at him, playing that left back out of position.
No, we don't have a left back at the moment.
So.
Agree? 6, Jarvis? You quiet?
Yeah.
Quiet. 5. We are miles apart there as well. Johnny Evans got going in the first half. The defense was good. You can't blame, they did well. But then he went off. I can't remember which minute, but I think he went off somewhere around 65, 70. He couldn't play anymore. So if you gave Lindelof a 6, then Evans was also 6 then.
Yeah, I gave him a 6 as well.
Evans 6.5, 6. I can see Rushman is saying 8. No, never an 8. 6.
Jarvis, what do you
Boom.
think?
Equal par.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got it.
all of the back four was a 6 for me. Maybe Lindelof was a 5, but
No, Varane was immense. I thought out of all of them, Varane stood out. So if you give people in the defense 6s, I would say Varane would be. There was him and Onana that stood out in this game, 100%. So 7 or 8 for me, realistically speaking.
I gave Varane a 7. I think he was decent. I think he had a good game in the first half for sure. I think the second half he had some tough goings, but
yeah.
I gave
Tenno
him
is
a
going
7.
Varane 7, Kenneth 7, Angie saying 8, Red J 6, John Johnson 7, and that's about it. Okay, well, I will pull the trigger on this one. Jarvis, what you saying? 7 or 8?
7.
Varane, I give him a 7.
Or 7? Let's see
Yeah,
how.
we lost 3-1.
6.5.
I'm not giving
No.
8s. No.
Okay, Dego de low. What can Dego do? He could have gone a little bit more forward, but he was more disciplined backwards. He was stuck with Doku. Did well against Doku, I would say so. 6.
I would say a 7. I think
7.
until he moved was when Man City really had all the time in the world to get chances in the box. So I think he was keeping them off and keeping that right side closed down. So I would give him a 6. I would give him a 7. Doku wasn't able to beat Dalot. He probably had one or two successful dribbles past Dalot today. So
Jamie Wayne saying that he had Doku on toast. I didn't see that. All right, Deloy 7. It was Kennedy saying, well, I agree. 7 for me as well. Jarvis, you agree?
Nah, I think 6. 6 for me.
Okay. I put a 7 and see what people are saying. Boom. 6.5. Very close, actually. So we're not miles apart. Scott McTominay, didn't see much of Scott McTominay today, did we?
I gave him a 5. I think he disappeared in moments of the game. I feel like he could have done a lot better. He needed to impose himself a little bit more.
Yeah, in a way, McTominay was in fault of the first goal. You know, he got dragged out of position easily by Rodri. It was like a soft run; it just crossed, and McTominay, as a loyal player he is for marking his man, he just ran right after and not thinking of defending his base. So that's McTominay for you. It made the choice easy for Foden because Lindelof is a passive defender. Lindelof just gave him 1.5 meter of space, and then Foden just took it on the outside of his foot and just shoot it directly with his left into the corner. So in a way, then again, we know McTominay and Lindelof, they're not good enough, and we need to get rid of players like them as soon as possible if we ever going to come back and trying to compete for the league, because they are so effing mediocre.
Yeah, true that. 5 or 4?
5.
Boom. 5.8 actually had a little bit higher score. And why are we doing this, people? Like, we do it a little bit different. Even if we lost the game, we still have to be criticizing the play, so we can go player by player, and just give them the scores, right? Nobody's coming off, you're right to criticize players, you're right to score them as well, and that's the reason why we do it, right? You always have to look at the positives. Just because we lost the game doesn't mean it's doom and gloom. Somebody did well on the pitch as well. So Kobe Maino, difficult game from Kobe today. Overswung Kevin, KVB, in the midst of everything, together with Rodri, Foden. It's for me hard. 5.
Kobe Maino is our only player who can do something on the ball, and he tried sometimes, but you get swarmed with the Man City players all the time. He came out of tight spaces a lot of the time, but he also lost the ball in vital parts of the game. So it was a little bit up and down, but I see his talent, and he will be immense, getting a little bit older and get more experience. But I give him a 6 today for his performance.
I gave him
a
a
lot
6
of people
too.
giving 6. I hear you guys. 5 at best for Maino. We had different results. Okay. So 6, what you're saying. So I will take a chance here, guys. I will take a chance. 6. 6.3, very close. Anyway, guys, please get your votes in as well. Casemiro. What can you Casemiro do? I thought he was dirty. I thought he was good. Yeah. 6 for me for Casemiro as well.
Yeah, I think Casemiro was the best of our midfielders today.
Yeah. 7 was
He
Jolly
was
saying.
good, so I will give him a little bit higher than the rest, so I give him a 7.
7. Jolly saying 7. Case 7. Casemiro attacks 6.3. Casemiro 7. By Angie, Lucky Singh saying 6.4. It is basically a 6er then. Boom. Shakalaka boom. A 6.3. We have a little bit of a surprise after this. We have another guest waiting for him. He just pulled in. He just raced in from the race car, basically. So we're going on Garnacho. He didn't do much today. 5 for me, man.
Yeah, I can't disagree there.
5.8. Yeah, people gave him 5.8. Rashford scored the goal, but still the rest of the game went missing. It's a derby. Show us what you are about. You're a Mancunian. You know, if you compare him with Foden, Foden is also a local lad, born and raised Mancunian as well in Manchester. Showed him where the locker is.
I gave Rashford a 5 today because I think he scored a great goal for the first like 10, 15 minutes. I think he was 10, 20 minutes. I think he was extremely dangerous, you know, but he was unable to convert his chances and then he faded away into the rest of the game.
All right.
So it was good that he was able to get substituted, in my opinion. So
Okay.
yeah, I gave him a 5.
Okay, I give him also a 5 to see. 6.3. Wow, generous people. Bruno Fernandes. Whoa, that's a tough one. I give it to you, Jarvis.
Yeah, I give him a 6. I think he had an okay game. He was more disciplined than I have seen Bruno for a long time. He kept his possession okay. Sometimes he was a little bit too eager and pressed City too high, so they passed through our midfield. But in a way, I think one of his better performances when it comes to discipline and spatial awareness. So yeah, I give him a 6.
You give him a 6.
He had a good assist, so I say I think he should get a 7 because he had an assist today. He created a lot.
We have more celebrities pulling in the background. Let's just finish this off and give Bruno a 6 then. Okay, 7 was your score. Willie Kombala came in. Okay, I give him a 6.
Yeah, the game was over when
he came in.
You totally agree. 6. Anthony.
I think he looked positive when he came on. You know, he held up the ball in good moments. He was getting forward in good passages of play in some instances. So I take he get a 6 for me.
Okay. All right, 6 then. Let's see what you guys. 5.3. Amrabat. 5.
No.
I gave him a 4. I gave him a 4 today because I think it was very disappointing in the way he lost the possession that led to the goal.
Right. Okay, 4. Done. 3.3. Omari Forson.
5.
I'm sorry. 5. What could have done? Eric Ten Hag. Let's coming down to the final. Eric Ten Hag. What to do? Injury squad. You're coming to play Pep at Etihad Stadium. You had a good strategy in the beginning. You played 4-4-2 diamond. You did well first half. You won the first half by results on the board. But at the end of the day, you got punched out and tapped out, I guess. So 6 for me would be fair assessment. Nothing above that.
Yeah, I think his opening tactics was spot on. You know, he made the system that worked. We looked okay in the first half, at least the first 30 minutes. We had our chances. We took our chances, but it looked like the juice ran out of our legs. You know, Rashford and Garnacho didn't have the power enough to run up and down all the time. So in a way, they fizzled out. But maybe he should have done some changes when you know. Pep made his substitutions. Maybe he should have just picked up and done some tweaks, but he didn't. Yet again, you know, he's not the manager who reacts on the other managers' substitutions.
Okay, so what are we saying then?
Yeah, I give him a 6.
Yeah, I gave him a 6 too. I think the beginning start was very good. I like the fact that he was creative enough to make a change and stick with it at the start of the game, and it was working. So
Yeah. But we have guests waiting, Mick.
Yeah,
Let's,
yeah. Andy just was here and it popped up, so I'll give him a 6, and boom, what happened to Andy? Okay, I submit. Man of the match, refresh. Let's see what happened. Who was the man of? Oh, I didn't put the man of the match. Guys, who do you want to put the man of the match to?
Yeah, Onana.
no, I think
Onana. All right. Let's submit. Yeah, Onana got the man of the match, and that's about it, peeps. That's about it. Listen, stay with us and just coming back. And thank you all, everyone, for voting. And please, just one little bit of a second, because we have some interesting people to bring in.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
Big up for you. Thank you. See you later. Bye for now.
big up, guys.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Release TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.